Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back into another episode of Farm Simulator 25. And we, of course, are up in Scotland on the Kinlaig map, and we're on the PS5, of course, today. Just want to see how we're doing production-wise. No, that is not what I want. There we go. Okay, so the mason isn't doing anything just yet. However, the quarry does have some big rocks done and whatnot, so that's cool and groovous. Now, when we left off last, we were kind of adding some texture and stuff like that, and kind of looking at it last night, and I don't know, I'm not married to it per se, but I would like to build this up so that it's, well, it looks more like a rock quarry, if you will. Something they've kind of, scraped out of the walls type of thing, but we will see. I'm going to kind of play with it a bit here and a bit there. We'll, add more in or take some out. Yeah, like I say, not married to it just yet. I think we need to refine it some more. But enough of that for the now, and back to the realities of, so how are you guys doing? I hope this finds you well. I hope this finds you with love and balance in your life. As for Mrs. Gildersleeves and I, we're okay, and Lily, well, Lily's fantastic. Lily is Lily. Going concerned little kitty that she is, and like that. But what are we up to today? So, got to do a few things around the farm. We got some crops that are ready to come in, so we're just going to put on our grain header, and then we're going to header over to the field. Hardy har, frickin' har. Okay, just let this back up here. And there it is. Now, before we go anywhere, as you can tell by the lower right-hand side, we need to do a little maintenance here. And like that, and she's kind of dirty, so we should give her a good scrubbing before we head out. Just want to make sure everything's tip-top, Okay, now that's gonna... yeah, it's alright, dairy. We're kind of centered, I do believe. I'm still baffled as to why that plow won't come up on these ways. I have no idea about that. That's crazy, man. That's just crazy talk. All right, let's get under this girl and give her belly a little scratch in here. And like that, then we'll get underway and over to the fields. So, what are we today? It's Friday. Man, where did this week go? Hokey doodles. So yeah, Friday at the time of this recording, Friday, January the 30th. We're almost into February. And like that, and like that. Oh, Kmadokli, now we'll just get turned around here. Yeah. There it is. Nice, and nice. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, don't want to miss any spots, yeah? How many spots is you got, sis? There we are. That's looking a little better. I can't abide dirty equipment, man. It drives me ape. I don't know. That's idiosyncratic character dysfunctionality. Yep, that's me in a nutshell. Character dysfunctionality. Yep, and yep. All right, what do you say we get to getting here, eh? And like that. Get over to the fields. There we is. Okay, now let's just drop this header here. Pardon me. Oh, there we are. Bear with, guys. Just time for the normal I need a sip of, so I advocate you do the same. Oh, nectar of the freaking gods, man. Alrighty, so we got that said and done and wrapped up. We got our soybeans, so that will be cool and groovous. We will throw them in here for the now, and then we can move them to where we need them as we need them, yeah? Now I just want to listen for the bell. There, ooh, we're a little far away from that. It's still catching, no? Okay, yeah, just a little bit farther away than we should be. Okay, bear with, guys. I just want to put this girl away here. There we are. No scraping the paint off the sides, huh? And like that, and like that. Now, let's have a wee little butchers here at what is going on. Oh, pardon me. Just going to go down and get some feed together. Well, feed, I don't know what you want to call it. Supplies for the fish food factory. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Oh, Lord, love a duck. Okay, around the old corner. And down we go. She was the girlfriend of the whirling dervish. She was the best one he had found. But very late at night, while he spun with all his might, oh, she gave him the runaround. And all the male friends of the whirling dervish, they were his best friend to his face. That there, I mean, it's an old, I want to say late 30s kind of a, you know, big band swing time kind of thing, eh? But where I actually, first time I ever heard it was Porky Pig, and he was in the French Foreign Legion, and he was singing it while he's riding his camel across the desert, and like that, and like that. Things that stick with you, eh? That's true, though. I mean, you look at Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny. That's where I got my education into the long hair, you know, into, say, Wagner and all that kind of, you know, kill the rabbit, you know, all thunder and lightning, all that epic stuff. Cartoons were great, man. Okay, so we got our soya in there and like that. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, we'll come around here and have a look-see. And, whoa, look at all that fishy food. Yep, and yep. Okay, so we're going to trade out our war pony for another war pony. Something what's got some teeth on the front of her. There we are. Let's back this in here. Like we knew what we were doing. There we go. Alrighty. Now, get you, and you're not attached, or at least wise should not be. It forks up into an operating position, and there we go. Now, are we attached? No, we're not. Eh? Oh, we are. Okay, let's leave you behind, because we does not need FU. I mean, I suppose I could take the wagon down, load it up, drop it all off at once, but that's not what I are about. I need to spread this out into various drop spots, man. Spots? I ain't got no spots. What are you talking about? Alrighty, line that up. Okay, a little more. There we are. Now, do this and see if we know where the bear poops in the buckwheat, eh? There we go. Almost like we knew what we were doing. Not that we do by any means, but you know, I mean, a talented fellow would be able to do this from inside the cab view like you would in the real world. You wouldn't be able to step outside and look. Well, you could get out of the cab, walk to the front, look, okay, yeah, get back in the cab, you know, adjust. I suppose you can do it that way, yeah. Okay, now I just want to drop off in here. I want to make sure that these have enough food in them, because when I did check earlier, there was no little fishies swimming around. Now, I'm thinking probably that is because they were all sold off and it was just waiting to reboot for the next cycle, yeah? But this way I can make sure that it's topped off, right? Okay, yep, it is maxed out on the food, so that is cool and groovous, and you can see the fry are in the tank. Well, they're not fry now, they're small fish, actually. The fry are over in the Quonset hut. Okay, so that's one. Now I want to get the other two. And like that, and like that. Another peanut butter sandwich eater cookie, man. Alright, now can we do this again without wrecking things too much. Because you know me, best laid plans of and all that. Like I said before, I'm Mr. Responsible. If something fucks up, I'm usually responsible. Okay, there it is, there it is, there it is. And okay, I always fret when I'm turning. I'm always figuring they're gonna fall off. You know, you just kind of you go too fast and you end up losing the load, right? I have had it happen in the past. Okay, poof, tree to the face. Alrighty, down we go. There it is now, just back out of there. No, we won't. We'll go forward first and maybe put it in the trigger window. Might be conducive to having it serve its purpose. Hey, there we go. Okay, it's taking some food. Yeah, so that's 2 down. Cool beans on that. Awesome sauce, man. We don't want none of that weak sauce here. We want the awesome sauce, baby. And again, she's full up and whatnot, so cool and groove us on that one. And we got one left to go here. Ta flippin' a da. Oh, life on the farm. Never a dull moment, eh? Okay, and of course we've got an odd number now, so what say we just grab the 1 for the now, maybe? Yeah, move my forks in so they fit inside the pallet. Ta-da! And look at that. Oh man, I was going to say, hey, look, we did it without having to get out of the cab and have a look and all that. Nope. Oh, Lord, the forks aren't even down. My word, Nigel. Nigel, what are you playing at, boy? There we go. Okay, now it's, yeah, they're a little precarious there. Right on the tips of the fork. There we go. Okay, that's better. They're slid down onto it now. Far more comfortable IR, don't you know, don't you know, don't you know. Alrighty, now we'll just get this one, poof, to the face, over the trigger window. And back her up a hair. There we go. Get that down where it belongs. And we'll back away. Okay, now let's have a little look-see at what we got going here. And you can see we got the, pardon me, the young salmon and the young trout are doing fine. Cool beans. Nice. Another pour job done well. Okay, now we'll gather up what we got left here, and we'll get that feed into the fry Quonset hut here, the fry tanks. We'll get them set up with some food, and then we shall move on to bigger and better things. Well, I don't know about better, but bigger, you know, different. Okay, spread them out a bit. Spread your forks, baby. Okay, now, do I have them down? Yeah, I guess so. As soon as my front wheels are off the frickin' ground. Okay, come on now. Oh yeah, inch by inch. There we go. Now, did we get... Oh, I'm off. So I don't think we got both of them, did we? Oh, dagnabbit. Huh? Best laid plans of mice and men, and apparently Nigel. Alrighty, and again, let's get you up and leveled out. There we go. Place you over the top. Oop, a little too far. Okay, now a little more. There we go. Right on. Almost like we knew what we were doing, except for this is me, so you know that we don't. We are winging it, baby. Like I said, coming home on a wing and a prayer. Okay, now don't fall off, don't fall off, don't fall off. Don't fall off, don't fall off. Gently goes the monkey. Alright, there we go. Nice, nice, and nice. Oop, gently. Oh. Okay, took it right off the hop there. We'll put this one in. And let's back out of here. Now, let's go see what this looks like for supplies and stuff in here. And how we are doing off, don't you know. Oh, we could use a ton more food. Okay. Well, the fish tanks are well, they're fully sated. So what we shall do is grab the food from there. Nice. How we doing? Yeah, look at them little buggers. You wee boogers, man. Okay, yeah, what we'll do is we'll grab the excess food from the the fish ponds out there, and I think we'll add that to this. No sense leaving it over there. It's already topped off. And that being said, once we top off this tank here with the food, then they should get their food generated or distributed to them. Don't you know? Don't you know? Alrighty, now let's pick you up here. Come and see in. Won't you like that? Alright, drop them forks down, Nigel. And there we go, that should do her. Something else too, I gotta get into town at some point and address that other fish food factory in there. I've been kind of ignoring it. I don't know, I've been, pardon me, I've been toying with the idea of discontinuing the big fish ponds or whatever you want to call them out there. Out the big fish farm offshore. We're not really doing much with it. You know, it's not like we're going out there and moving the totes. I mean, I could put it on manual, buy the barge, go out there. But the only thing you're going to be doing out there, oh, Lord, love a duck, man. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, maybe we'll approach it from this angle, yeah? Okay. Yeah, the only thing that's going to change is if I put it on manual, okay, and we buy the barge, yeah? So, yeah, it'll be kind of neat for the first couple of trips out. We'll get the barge out there, drop down the front ramp, and, you know, load the totes of fish and stuff onto the barge. I'm just going to cheat it a little here, and I am going to try and push these two over. Coming on. Little more. There we go. Now we just get over that way a bit, and we'll grab you. There we go. Okay, now I can use that to push the other one. Yeah, the only thing, like I say, you know, you would see us doing this, picking up the pallets and loading them onto the barge, and then we would bring the barge into shore, and of course the fish market's right there, so we'd unload the barge, take them to the fish market, and sell them. That's the only difference. And we are already doing tons of let's grab it, take it to the market and sell it type stuff, right? So I am thinking I might discontinue them. I mean, we don't really go out there much. We can keep the sports boat. Maybe we can go out on a day trip here and there, do some fishing. I tried the fishing. It is different. You have to... well, it's kind of like rubbing your belly, patting your head while jumping up and down on one foot, spinning counterclockwise. Because when you get a fish on, the hook that the fish is on, there's a meter and it slides up and down, and what you've got to do is try and follow it with your joystick, or if you're on a computer, I presume with your mouse, and you got to keep them side by each as they go up and down. And if you don't, well then you risk losing the fish and all that happy stuff. And it's it's a pain in the frickin' frackin' is what it is. Normally you would cast, wait, and then you get a fish on and you'd reel it in, yeah? But this thing's got this... You know what? One of these videos here, we'll go out there and I'll show you exactly what I mean and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's different, to say the least. And I mean, it just needs, getting used to. You just got to adapt to it is all. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep the big tanks. We'll see. They are making me money. I mean, it is a passive income almost, These ones here, yeah. Alrighty, well, let's get some stones picked up and whatnot. And that is another thing we got to look into, is getting ourselves a stone crusher / lime factory that we can put on the farm, and then we can use all these stones that I'm throwing into my silo and saving. Don't you know? Everything's got a use on the farm, man. Okay, bear with. I'm just going to throw some water and some feed at the cattle because they are out. We've been away concentrating on building the gravel pit and whatnot, and you know, I advanced time a little bit. We were November, of course, we're into October now. We were November when we started, yeah? So these are going to need a little bit of water in here. Okay, how much? Ah, no so bad on that. No so bad at all. Okay, so they got water. Now what we got to do is go get them some feed. And so we'll just put the tank back where it belongs. Bear with me here. Yeah, sheeples ain't got none either. Okay, so you got your water, and you're going to need some food. Sheeples is going to need some hay. And like that. Hey, you get off of my cloud. The Rolling Stones. Great band. I remember seeing them back in the early 60s. And they were on the Ed Sullivan Show. I got to see Rolling Stones on the Ed Sullivan Show, saw the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, saw Jim Morrison and the Doors on the Ed Sullivan Show. Yeah, and back in those days, there was no pre-record and whatnot. It was all live, eh? And the story goes that they told Jim Morrison that there was a certain word he could not say that was in the lyrics of his song that they were singing. I believe, I can't remember the song. Isn't that something? I think it was Come On Baby, Like My Fire, I think is the song. But anyway, so they of course went, oh yeah, no problem, sir, absolutely, you bet. And then they got upstage, then they got up and went on stage, and he introduced them, and they played the song, and of course said the words, and got very serious trouble. Oh my, you know, you won't be allowed back here and all that. Well, I mean, too little too late. People have already seen them, they've already liked them, and like that and like that. And Jim already proved that he's a nonconformist, not unlike myself. Yep. Oh, the 60s, they were interesting times, kiddies. Interesting times for sure. Big changes in the world back then. Okay. In fact, they were very similar to the changes that are going on in the world right now. All the power struggles with the people who think they should own the world, you know, the big three powers. But anyway, again, this is political, and this is not a political soapbox. This is a gaming channel. So let's do some gaming, shall we? Alrighty, now we'll just top you guys off. Ooh, yeah, that was empty. Okey doodles. They had no food, man. Okay. Now, they're good for a while. Yeah, you're topped off now. Okay, now we just got to go take care of our sheeples peoples and get them fed. That's right, you pick those rocks, baby. That's so cool. You know, you got a couple of tractors working together and whatnot in here, you know, working the fields. It's neat. At one point I can't remember which playthrough it was, and it doesn't really matter. It was farming, of course, but I had 3 NPCs and me working, and I managed to get it on film. And did it ever look cool? Because there was 3 kind of separate jobs, all kind of centered around the same field type of thing, right? So anyway, that was then, and this is now. Okay, bear with. Time for some life support. I suggest you do the same. I'm going to have a little sip of the old coffee here. Nice, and nice. Alrighty, now all we need is a little bit of hay for the sheeples, and we can get that by backing up and getting it from here type of thing, and like that, and like that, and like that. Okay, bear with. Just about done here. Okay, there we go. Just have to put the coffee down before we got mobile. Alrighty, now give us some hay, please. Hey, he took my hay. What the hay? There shouldn't be need too much there. I think that should be ample. It's a small bin. There's only a few sheeples in there. Oops, sorry, itchy ear. I know you can hear that, and I apologize. Oh, necessary evils. Every time I talk to you guys, if it ain't my nose, it's my ears. Yeah, right inside, too. It's like, I got a bug crawling in my ear. Of course you don't, but... yeah, typical Murphy's Law. I think, therefore I am confused. That's how it goes, right? I think, therefore I am confused. All right, let's take care of old dog face. There you go, Ross. I don't see him. He usually comes a running. He must be off in the fields. It's hilarious because I'll be going to a given field, you know, to do something or whatever, and I'll see some movement, think it's a deer, and I look over. Nope, it's Ross. He's out and about checking out the fields. He wanders around. It's great. A wee little bit of all right, laddie. Hey, if you like. Okay, so that's them. Now let's just drop off the excess back where it goes, and we shall move on to Tutter Tings. I want to get back over to the quarry and see how things are going over there. I'm anxious to get that up and running. And also, my next investment, I think I'm going to put in a little sawmill. Pardon me. There's, you know, the little industrial sawmills you can get. It looks kind of like an Alaskan mill, if you will. You know, it's just a small mom and pop thing. It's not some big, gigantic sawmill. I don't have room for that on my farm. But the reason being for that, of course, is the sawmill will convert the wood into long planks, beams, prefabricated walls, and I think firewood that I can kind of sell off. But I want to get the wood going so that I'm hoping that it distributes automatically to the castle. I believe it will. It should, because it is a production chain per se. So if I set it on to distribute, hypothetically, it should send the required, you know, beams and what have you directly to the castle without me having to, you know, drive them all the way across the map. And also, it stops me from, you know, buying them from the quick sell and just kind of, well, we'll just buy them here and take them over and whatnot. Makes it a little more realistic, I guess. You know, because we try to keep it a little bit real here in the game, yeah? But here we go. We got some roofing slate and we got some big boy blocks. Nice, man. Just like Lego, only bigger, baby. There we go, for sure. Okay, so let's see if we can do this without wrecking too much, because you know me. Yeah. What do you mean, bull in a china shop? What are you talking about, stumblebum? Why, I oughta. Alrighty, let's back her up around, get a good angle on it. It's all in how you approach it, right? At least that's what the wife keeps telling me. I don't know. Okay, now let's go there. This is the OCD in me, because it being skewed like that is just, I may as well have dirt under my fingernail that I can't get at or something. It just drives me apeshit, man. But anyway, yeah, I am going to grab my coffee and my bowl, and I advocate you guys do the same. We'll have a little listen to a nice song, and we're just going to speed this up in here. I'll see you in a short. Well, alrighty then. Another poor job done well. Oh, that was a well-deserved cup of coffee, I say. Yep, and yep. Okay, so we got them tied on there. What do you say we head her up to the old Catzel and see what we are a-doing of. All right, now I'm just going to go out, bear with. I've got to do the big turnaround here. I've caught this trailer on that gate, I don't know how many times now, so now I've taken to, all right, we'll just do big, wide turns and like that. Oh, schmutz. Okay, never mind that there's a wall there, Nigel. It's okay. First day with the new driver's license, It's amazing what you can find in the bottom of a Cracker Jacks box. Alrighty, coming around the old oak tree. The clubhouse bend, whatever the heck you want to call it. And I did a little more schooling on the, hey, we're getting paid to do this thing. And, oh yeah, just look. I'm liking it. Yeah, what happens is even after the castle is built, you can continue to drop things here and it acts as a selling point. Now, it's not a production, like say the windmill. When we build the windmill, and we're going to, yes we are, when we build the windmill, when we're done with that, we can use that as a grain mill, like we can use it as a production chain. Whereas the castle here, it's strictly for tourism, but this drop off here, we can continue to send this stuff there and it'll continue paying us and whatnot. It becomes a selling point, if you will. So that's kind of cool beans. I was watching Farmer Cop and whatnot the other day, doing a little schooling. I like watching his vids because he gets into great detail about what is and what ain't and like that. He's got a lot of helpful videos out there. Farmer Cop. And yes, he is a real policeman in real life, and he's also a gamer and a content creator. In fact, if you watched the Llama Factory show that was just on, Just Our Luck Gaming, Dr. Just and Madam Hour were there, and so I was watching it through their live podcast, and DJ was there, Farmer Cop was there. There was a bunch of faces that I recognized and whatnot, so that was kind of cool beans. I enjoyed that. That was a good show. And thank you for putting that out there, Madam Hour and Dr. Just from Just Our Luck Gaming. Now, there's somebody you want to check out. They are salt of the earth. Those two are angels in the frickin' making, man. Dr. Just and Madam Hour of Just Our Luck Gaming. Huge shout out. You guys rock, man. But anyway, my friends, we're going to wrap this one up here. So, as always, love and light, eh? Brightest blessings. Now, you know what to do, yeah? That's right. When you're done here, go tell somebody you love them, eh? Hey, could change the day. You never know. And you know what? It's free. All right, go be the rock stars you already are. I will see you in the funny papers. Bye for now.